What's up, guys? Today we've got one of the first vloggers to ever vlog in poker. One of the original few with Antonini and I don't know if Wolfgang was one too. At least I thought he was. Or Daniel Grande. Well, you can enlighten us. Jeff Boski, why don't you start by telling us why is that your name? Because that's not your name, apparently. That's not your actual name.
No, Boski is not my legal name. I have a long Polish government name, but I got that nickname in high school and it just kind of stuck. And it was my name on like Full Tilt and Pocket Fives forums, and just kind of rolled with it.
Well, why don't you tell us, are you going to tell us why they gave it to you? Is there a reason?
Yeah, it was like a weird culmination of things at the time. And did you follow wrestling back then, like WWE?
No, I never followed wrestling, but apparently it's not a bad idea.
I mean, you dressed up as Macho Man. You should know about wrestling.
That's like the only wrestler I knew of, honestly, and I just thought he was ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a wrestler called Val Venus, and his nickname was the Big Val Boski, and his character was a porn star, and people equated me to my last name and Val Boski, and it just kind of happened. I don't know.
Oh, okay, so I guess they thought you had porn star energy.
Yeah, apparently it's transitioned. A lot of people know my YouTube channel for my most popular videos, which were me going to porn star conventions and interviewing. Yeah, those get the most views for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, that sounds pretty crazy. I'm kind of curious. But that was what you started with, and then you moved to poker? Is that what happened?
No, I started with just tournaments like 9 years ago.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought you said you started with those.
No, they're like the most viewed ones.
Oh,
I did the AVN Awards just a few times when it comes to Vegas. Just for the hell of it, I thought it'd be funny content to, talk to porn stars, and, people seem to like it. Sex sells.
Oh, okay. Do they have any interest in poker, or there's any strip poker games, or... Yeah, I mean, just so random. Is there any connection at all?
Yeah, I mean, I did make the connection with Adam22 afterwards, who's in the industry, who loves poker and has done well on like Hustler live streams and stuff.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty. I think he's big in the poker in the porn scene. I don't really know how it works. At least he's like sweet.
Yeah, he's got a podcast, very controversial with his wife and other couples and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sort of like have an open relationship or something.
Yeah.
Well, I understand you got into poker through Magic. I have a couple questions about that, but apparently you moved to Vegas and with 10K, and spun it up to 400K. Is that right?
Yeah, in a year or so. Pretty big gamble.
That's pretty good.
Felt like, I got lucky in some PokerStars tournaments, and just found the zone, and haven't gone broke yet since. So I'm very lucky.
So, were you vlogging at that time? Were you playing high stakes? What's the story there anyway? What's the story from Magic to poker tables?
Magic was my main passion and hobby when I was in high school, maybe like 13 to 16, and then I quit in the year 2000 and sold all my cards, and I was the 1999 junior world champion. So there's a bit of a crossover between like Magic strategy and poker. And once I went to college, I started playing a lot more poker at University of Michigan, and just home games with friends, internet, PokerStars, Full Tilt. And in 2008, I moved to Las Vegas and ran well on PokerStars, winning the nightly back-to-back for about 100,000.
Wow, back-to-back, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was 162 and then 320 Tuesday and Wednesday night. So yeah, it was like 26,000 and then 55,000. I think we chopped it heads up. And then just PokerStars TLB, just mainly focused on tournaments, and tournaments around Vegas as well. And it's a fun game when you win.
Oh, it's a lot more fun when you win, and that's for sure.
A lot more fun.
So, so what about when you make the vlogs then? Because there's not much money in these vlogs, to my understanding. Usually it's from playing, especially if you're like, I don't know. I'm going to guess you didn't get into it for the money, but what do I know?
No, not really. It was just, I was actually on the outs of poker about 9 years ago when I started doing the YouTube vlogs, I just thought it'd be like a creative thing because I learned how to edit on my iPhone. There's a iMovie app, which is free. And it was so easy to like add, music or slow motion or special effects. It kind of sparked the creative side of me. So my mom wanted to see what it was like, playing a poker tournament. So I said, all right, I'll make a video. I'll put it on YouTube. And I played a Venetian, and the first one I played, I final tabled it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is easy. And you can include like little bits of your life too, me with raising money for dog rescues and such, and just make it more personal. I didn't think anybody would actually watch them, but people seem to like them, and you get a lot of opportunities from the exposure, as it turns out. People want to work with you if you get an audience, just like anything.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. It feels like it takes a minute with these things. I'm kind of curious about the dog rescue things personally. Maybe back then it was a little bit easier. So was it really mostly for your mom then? Because that's kind of what I heard.
Yeah, just because, you can call your mom, tell her how you're doing, but if you could actually show her, like what it's actually like, to play tournaments and mainly lose, in the financial swings, it gives her a good insight into your life. And the dog rescues, it was just a passion of mine when I made my first Instagram account, which is Jeff Boski, which is just all dog stuff. I had 2 boxers at the time, and a place called Adopt a Boxer Rescue out of New York. We started working together, and I helped raise money for their programs to save boxers from Amish puppy mills, which is a big problem where they don't treat them well, and they save them and find them good homes.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, were you able to raise much money with that? Because I feel like dogs could raise a fair bit of money. I'm just not sure, because it's not that easy to raise money.
No, especially any animal shelter, any dog rescues, that just a net. It's never going to be profitable. They're all nonprofit, and the vet bills are just way more than people even donate. So I just do my best to raise awareness, and if people want to help out, it makes a big difference.
All right, fair enough with that. I was like thinking to host a shelter with cats or something. But the donations for the cats is a lot of people like cats, at least. But we'll see about that one. So, what was it that when were you able to start making money from the YouTube? I'm a bit curious, or making any kind of money. And was there anything that helped you spin it up about winning a tournament? Did you have to win a tournament to spin it up, or was it ABN?
Viewership overall and subscribers and comments, and everything.
Well, that's what the measurement is, right? I mean, like, really though, you have to get the money. We're talking, you have to do all this content.
Yeah, no, YouTube doesn't pay that well. You need, millions of views to make any type of reasonable money to pay the bills every month.
Well, not like YouTube directly, but I'm talking about the content.
Yeah, well, I was doing all my own editing up until the last few years. But the major breakthrough was like 8 years ago when an employee at ACR, Americas Cardroom, contacted me to retweet. They were having a $500 tournament, $1 million guarantee. And I said, sure. And they said, they'll give me a ticket to it. I was like, $500, okay. And that was my first indirect revenue from YouTube, really. And I asked them, I said, who are your team pros? And they said, we don't have any team pros. I said, well, I could be your team pro. And they said, all right, let's work together. And that was 8.5 years ago, and now they got 12 team pros, and it's been a great relationship that has allowed me to monetize the vlog, and that's my major sponsor for sure.
Okay, nice. And how much did that took, like a year roughly, or how long?
A year of growing the channel, and it took a lot of people to get a grasp of my my dry humor, my personality, where the better formula for YouTube is to be over the top, the big thumbnails, high words per minute, high energy, just fucking going crazy. I'm gambling on slots. Let's fucking go, baby. But that's just not me. I'm more laid back, deep voice, stoic. But once people, if they like that, then it seems like they really like me as a person, and they like the content. And you can really judge YouTube videos by like the thumbs up, thumbs down ratio. I think that's one of the best metrics. I mean, subscribers are great, but you can just buy subscribers. I know many vloggers in the world do buy subscribers and buy views, and it's sad. But maybe I'll out them one of these days.
You could. I actually, I mean, I got convinced to do that for Instagram a little bit. I wish it didn't, just because I realized, wait, this is stupid. But someone also pushed me, and I realized, wait, all these strategies are fucking stupid. But yeah, you could if you want. This would be a good time to if you're feeling inspired, but no pressure, because most people feel uncomfortable with that idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious if you just take a look at some of the top vloggers. But I'm not here to out anybody. I know you're doing some good work out in scammers. I'm a big anti-scammer guy in the poker community. It really tilts me, even though it doesn't affect me directly, because I don't like loan money, or I haven't been unlucky enough to get scammed. But can you tell us more about what you've done and how many people have recovered funds due to you outing them?
There's been some people that have recovered funds a little bit. I mean, there's not that many people that, let's put it like this, there's not that many like straight up bad scammers. If I say someone on, meaning what I mean by that is they're not meaning to be scammy, they're just they fucked up. Sometimes it's bad luck, sometimes there's quite a bit of there's some bad luck, and then there's people have a gambling problem, whatever it is. There's like these areas where people gamble away money where they don't have it. I usually consider those ones scammers, actually. But yeah, if I can call someone a scammer, it's because they're willfully or maliciously doing something bad, and actively doing that. Some people have some political ties, so I have to be a little bit subtle and a little bit trickier with those sorts of people. But yeah, that's the gist of it. It's trickier than people might imagine. I have to like really know before I out people. I don't like to hurt people's reputations, but there needs to be some examples. And one funny thing is, in the club, actually so far in the Club GG clubs, I haven't found so many scammers. So many, meaning not like, I haven't found so many malicious people. Let's put it like that. I found there were people that like are fucked up and recovering, but not so many people that are not really trying to pay their debts. There are two people I'm thinking of that are like really close if they do the wrong thing to being outed. they're pretty bad, but
it's a fine line.
I don't even know what to do with them, because there's like people actively helping them, and then they're like doing whatever they can to pay, but so that's like the rough gist. I need to get a system going, though. I can't do everything myself, and I don't get paid shit for this currently.
Yeah, well, if you can get people paid that wouldn't have been paid otherwise, you're doing a great thing, you know.
I collected $1 from that also. Nothing direct.
No, not you, but the people that are owed, you know, by either outing them or, you know, getting them on a payment plan or whatever it is,
people
just
pay.
to get the ball rolling.
People pay, but it's usually slow because they're usually broke. That's the problem. But they do pay a lot of the time.
The worst is when you see someone playing a 1K live tournament when they owe you $500, and you're just like, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, I'm back. I'm just trying to get on my feet, you know.
Are the people, like that?
Not for me. No one owes me money, but I know some people that they've seen that and they're just like, what the fuck is this? You know, they're getting a massage at the table. Like,
I get that. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy.
Like,
you like,
just rubbing it in my face. Like,
I'm
broke and you're paying $2 a minute. You could be paying me $2 a minute.
I mean, you could say something in that case.
Yeah, I would, but that's not my business.
The barrier for me is if the other person is reasonable and uncomfortable with the person that owes money. If the person who's owed money is say, I know it's cool and I'm just going to deal with them, I don't out the other person, right? So like people that owe money and are difficult, or at least in my opinion, scumbags. There's one guy who's very flaky. He's dodged rather a lot of his debts. Dodging is the term.
Bodged. What's that?
That's it. He dodging his debts. He was the worst, man. He's so bad. This guy was like really a scammer. But he was one of those cases. That's about all I can say of that. He's so fucked though. He like won a tournament and didn't pay anyone, and Yeah. Then one person showed up with like hot dogs and tried to collect.
Wow.
Yeah.
As they should. Get paid. That's not your money.
Yeah. Well, any more questions about that before we talk more about you?
No. Just wanted to point out that, you know, people can follow you on X and keep up with your journey of out doing the rights for the people that have wronged, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my hope is that everyone's accountable, including myself. I do something bad. Usually I'm only accountable real fucking fast. If I do something bad.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you ever see Black Mirror on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I wish in the future there was like holograms over people that showed their current debts, their credit score, their criminal history. This should all be public information.
Well, I don't think the world's ready for that yet, but the world's not ready for that. Like, the world is not ready for full truth. We have to, like, tiptoe a little bit and try some of it and, like, nudge people a little bit. Like, but, man, like, everyone's living some kind of lie. I mean, this is kind of the basis of enlightenment, partly. Yeah, I've seen it. Just, we'll move on in a second, but definitely, man, there's so many people that have some kind of dirty thing that they did that they're not really accountable for. I mean, that's the basis of how it's related to karma, but not exactly karma. So yeah, that's a tough one. All right, well, let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about you and your printing. Why tournaments? Because tournaments seem tough. And are you playing like a lot of online tournaments or live tournaments these days? Live tournaments seem really annoying, to be honest.
Yeah, very slow, very frustrating, hurts to lose, very time consuming compared to online, a lot more efficient. I started playing tournaments just because it just seems like, you know, the upside is so big. I was around during the moneymaker boom. That was very inspirational. And just the finality of it, you know, you want to win all the chips, you know, mission accomplished compared to, you know, grinding a cash game. And yeah, just some crossover between the Magic world and how you play like heads up in Magic as well. But yeah, just tournaments over cash games for me. Just always been a tournament guy back on PokerStars, chasing the TLB, just mass tabling, grinding. It's just a fun game to play, and if you can be profitable, it's a win-win.
Okay. I mean, I would think, yeah, man, online doesn't seem so bad, but live is really... It's apparently very difficult to win playing one game. Do you not play cash at all? From your YouTube, I didn't really see the cash games too much.
No, I'll play either really small stakes or really big stakes. It's weird. Like
what?
I get yeah, no, I've been like I'll play some 1-2 or 2-5 just for some content for the vlog, or I'll go to like Costa Rica at the ACR place and play the cage, which is a escalating cash game, 10-20 up to 50-100.
Okay, it's not that crazy.
Well, compared to 1-2 or 2-5,
I mean,
it's big.
I mean, it's not super crazy. It's only 2 stakes. They didn't want to make it like 5 stakes. When we really
no, it's a format that escalates, so it keeps going up.
So it goes to
it's like a tournament cash. It's called the Cage, a 5K buy-in tournament cash game.
Yeah,
but the blinds go up. They don't do it anymore, but I went there for that, and I'm in good with the private high stakes game at the Wynn in Vegas with Boston Jimmy. So I've done a lot of content in like Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts from that game. And that's 50-100 with the knit game and sometimes 200 straddle. So that's fun, but gets the blood pumping.
Okay, so yeah, like the cash games are much more reliable. The tournaments, and they're not half as crazy variants. Vice versa, people do seem pretty bad at tournaments. I'll say that. It's very tempting. What do you think?
Yeah, I've always been a big tournament selector guy, not big ego. Like I'm not playing all the 10Ks. Like during the World Series, if there's a 3,500, a 1K, and a 5K, and a 500 at 3 different casinos, I'll usually play the 500 just because I know the field's going to be softer because all the better players are going to choose the bigger buy-ins on that given day.
I didn't know that was really a thing. I mean, that makes sense it makes more sense for like series. Actually, speaking of which, there's the TLPT coming up in May, or a lot of the guys are going to Triton. I'm hired by AA Poker to bring that up, but it is going to be pretty damn good, I think. It's going to be very good, but almost all the really good players are going to Triton, so this one will be pretty soft in Jeju. Maybe this would interest you, actually. It's got some 1Ks and stuff, and yeah, you can make it content. We're getting a content creator out there, and there's gonna be some cash games that are gonna be soft too. Maybe you'd be that kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't travel too much. I'm pretty happy in Las Vegas, but I've been to a few Triton stops and some other tournaments abroad, Uruguay and such.
Uruguay, okay, that's spicy. Oh, shit, we gotta go to Uruguay. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, South America. It's 24-hour travel day, but
Is it?
Great venue from Vegas. No direct flights, that's for sure.
It shouldn't be 24 hours. It's kind of gnarly.
Layovers and stuff, yeah.
But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, AA Poker, that's something. Do you use GTO Wizard, by the way?
Yes, I do.
All right, sweet, because they're also one of our sponsors.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yeah, kind of creep them in there, too. But yeah.
No, I run the hands after every session, and the tagged ones, and then sort it by like EV lost to see the biggest blunders and how I can improve.
All right, cool. Well, do you find that to be the most useful software, or which software?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an affiliate for Raise Your Edge, first and foremost, but I do use GTO Wizard for reviewing the hands. Raise Your Edge also has a good paired course and coaches and stuff.
I don't know about that one, but I'm sure it's almost as good.
Ben CB,
GTO
world champion, main event.
Oh yeah,
Ben CB,
fair.
The GOAT.
Yeah, I guess he's pretty good. He's trying to have a Team Germany, Team USA match, but you should be on the Team USA.
Hey, tag me in. I'm in. Let's do it.
Well, you got to come to Jeju. There's the first team match on the 15th.
All right. Maybe we can arrange something off stream, figure out some accommodations or some sort of deal.
All right, fair enough. All right, let's talk about something else. So you also edit, right? You do everything yourself. That's like one of the things that's weird about content is like, it seems like a lot of work, and where's the money at? And you got to figure out how to edit, right? Like, how do you make this work?
No, I edited for like the first 5 years on my iPhone, just all my vlogs, very rudimentary, no special graphics or anything, very tedious. In editing, 1 hour of editing is equal to about 1 hour of video, or 1 minute of video. So like a 60-to-1 ratio.
No way.
Yeah, it's not good. But luckily with ACR, I got a game plan agency to work with them and all the other pros. So they do all my editing now for my YouTube videos and my shorts. And I'm very, very grateful. Saves so much time, and they can do a way better job with the technology they have than I could have ever done.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, but on two things on my mind. One, can you use AI to help edit? And then two, what are these beginner people supposed to do if they can't use like AI if they want to be a content creator? Because they seem to have a difficult situation. And I also three. Poker and sports betting are really the same game at the core, and along with other things, business, etc. But they're about finding edges and exploiting them consistently, right? With Bet 105, the edge is built in from the jump. When you bet on sports, the book charges you a commission on every bet. It's called the juice. At most places, the commission is about 4.5%, but not on Bet 105. It's about 2.4%. So you're keeping more of your winnings on every single bet you make. To put that in real numbers, if you bet $1,000, most books are taking about $45 in fees. Bet 105 takes $24. You're saving $20+ per $1,000 you bet. They're built for people who actually take this seriously, whether you're doing arbitrage, value betting, or just running a numbers dump.
It's very tedious, like I said, but anybody can do it. iMovie, or there's Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, these editing software programs, you just have to learn how to use them and just have the time and creativity to put it all into a video. I equate it to like a jigsaw puzzle. So you film your day, you film all the hands, you do the voiceovers, you do the B-roll, and you got to put it all together into a story. You're making a mini movie, really. And like you said, it's not a good way to make a living. I'll tell you that, unless your channel can grow and you can get additional sponsors or deals with other companies that, like your content, and you can, promote their products to your audience.
Yeah. I mean, sponsorships are really like the way to do it. Like, it's like I kind of didn't really answer the I mean, I guess it's kind of the answer to the question of number 3, which is, I mean, I kind of keep saying it. Where is this money for content?
No, I mean, I'm lucky to be a team pro for ACR and an affiliate for Raise Your Edge. And I've had a few other like minor sponsors, like companies that have dealt with CBD oils, poker clothing companies, Peppermint Hippo, which is a male entertainment club in Las Vegas. Yeah, I've done a few videos at the Peppermint Hippo too.
How does that work? Awesome. Wait. What? Wait. So what are these videos exactly? Like, how are you? It's a male strip club, right? So it's for
no, not male strippers. Like, it's for males.
Oh, it's for males. Okay. So how does that work?
Yeah.
You go in and you show like some girls in bikinis. Like, what is this?
Yeah, I did a promo video for them. It was during fight night for UFC. The Diaz crew, Nick and Nate Diaz, came through. I talked to them for a while, hung out in the VIP, and just showed the club, talked to some of the girls. Just a little, and then it's just real easy. It's just a win-win, because if you come to Vegas and you want to go to a strip club, they're going to try to get you for cover. They're going to get you for taxi. But if you use promo code Boski, it's free transportation and no cover. So you get in for free and they pick you up for free. Don't drink and drive. And yeah, it's a good thing to use promo code Boski.
All right. Well, we have kind of an answer. Sponsor a strip club.
Yeah, I don't make any money from that, though. It's just like a funny thing that I was able to fall into. But they hook it up. They allow me to meet like porn stars and, you know, other famous celebrities when they're in town.
Oh, okay, that's something. I mean, that's right back or whatever. These guys can't be choosers, okay? Like, maybe they need the Peppermint Mill or whatever it's called. Isn't that Reno one? I don't even know. I saw it.
Peppermint Hippo.
That.
It's like a spearmint rhino, but
it's the hippo instead. It's not the rhino.
The wintergreen walrus.
Is that one too?
No, that's made up.
Oh, okay.
It was actually on South Park. They got the name from a South Park episode where they're at a strip club, and it's called the Peppermint Hippo, and they just took it and ran with it.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
To mock the rhino.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of guys out there with a new favorite animal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Which of those sponsors, do any of the sponsors pay well? Do you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, clearly ACR is my main sponsor for sure. And I play on there almost every day.
Don't disrespect them. No, that's clearly not in the contract.
What's that?
I'm making it a little bit of a joke because this nacho thing rings the bell.
Oh, Nacho. Yeah, well, Nachito, you know, he's a good guy. I like Nacho, but you know, sometimes you got to move on.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't really have an answer for the aspiring vloggers. They gotta just figure it out.
Just keep vlogging content. Just stay consistent, and you know, collaborate with other vloggers, and just put out good content, and people will like it. You know, you put out shitty content, you're not gonna get views.
Well, it has some kind of edge these days. Do you have any insights as to how to make your content stand out? I mean, like, it seemed like to me when I looked at your content, like that you have some ideas of what would be funny, or even using, you know, your image. Like, you have some where you're angry, or the guy's like negotiating hard against you, or yeah, there's a couple angry ones. Like, there's got to be some kind of emotional edge. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, thumbnails are important, titles are important, but viewer retention is also very important. You want to get them hooked in and not changing the channel. You want them to click on that thumbnail, and you want them to, you know, subscribe and like and hit the notifications, so they're like repeat customers. But you know, you can't force that. You can tell them to like, comment, and subscribe, but if they don't care about your content, they're not going to come back. You know, you gotta have some attachment to the audience. You gotta get under the skin, get in their heads, something like that.
You
be controversial, be super friendly, you know, whatever it is. I can't be fake. I just got to be myself. If they like me, they do. If they don't, you know, there's plenty of other videos to watch.
Be the realest fake person also, maybe. Really fake.
real estate?
Really fake. Real fake. Like Las Vegas. That's the thing.
Oh, like over the top.
Yeah. Or you could cover like scandals like Mike Postle. Apparently you had a run-in with this guy.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, I played with him. I was invited down to Stones in California a couple times. Once for a vlogger meetup game, like eight years ago. Live stream cash game, and then another time to play with Chris Moneymaker and play on their like 5-10 live stream game. So I went for that, and Mike Postle was in that game. I played there 2 days, and I still remember the weirdest thing was I was playing like 1-3 before the 5-10 game started at Stones, and the manager came up and said, "All right, you gonna be ready for the 5-10 game on stream?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." And the guy next to me at the table said, "You're playing with Postle? He's the best." I'm like, who's Mike Postle? He's like, "Oh, he just crushes everybody." I'm like, "Okay, this is your local hero. I've never even heard of him." And they're like, "Yeah, he never loses." And I'm just like, what the fuck? I've never like heard people praise another poker player so much. I was like, all right, I'll try to stay out of his way. I mean, shit, this guy's that good. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. But I never suspected there was any type of cheating until like afterwards with the Joey Ingram investigation and everything. And yeah, just made a few highlight videos of that for the YouTube channel, and that got tons of views because, it's exciting, cheating allegations and everything.
Also, you didn't expect it when he was like doing like this the entire time. Was it at the story?
Didn't notice. Didn't even cross my mind. I never even thought there would be like, I figured live stream would be like a safeguard against cheating. Like, why would anybody cheat on a live stream, right? But yeah, looking back, it's pretty crazy. There was the big law. I was in the lawsuit, which got paid out, and I just gave all the money to Veronica Brill, so didn't really matter.
Yeah, she was telling me his responses for how he did things were something along the lines of, "Yeah, I just had a read, I just had." I did.
He's a hell of a live reader. Let me tell you, he really knows to never call the river when he has the worst hand. That's a good trait to him.
Especially when not looking at his opponents too. So
it's more of an aura thing.
Aura thing? Is that the case with you? Are you an aura reader guy?
It's the sixth sense, really. You just feel. When you're beat.
Is that so? Do you have the sixth sense?
No. I'm not that big of a crusher. I'm just trying to break even after rake back.
Man, after playing through all my years, this sixth sense thing, I don't know what the fuck this is. It doesn't seem like anything mystical. Let's put it like that. I have not really seen anyone really sixth sense too many live reads, honestly. It's certainly gets me. Maybe if someone's like really giving off reads, giving off tells, but man, it would be nice if it's real, but I'm just not seeing it, dude.
You just trust the math. You just trust, more math, less intuition, less population tendencies, or...
Well, that's more like it for me, but it's more like I've seen these situations before, and that's where the intuition comes from for me. But maybe people have something else. I don't really know. Maybe they have dealt with liars before and just when people are lying or whatever, or when people are nervous. But people can be nervous with the nuts too. What I'm saying is that when it comes to hero calling and hero folding, I haven't really seen that much magic, honestly. But also, I would think that magic doesn't, it's not going to be in this spot. For fuck's sake, there's not going to be magic in who wins a poker tournament, you know what I mean? For the most part, at least most of the time. I'd like to think my poker tournament win was magic, but not in random ass poker hands. There's no magicians playing in the streets thing. Yeah, that could be one of your things. You could go and see, is there poker magic?
Yeah, try to prove it.
I'd fucking watch that.
Yeah. The truth about poker reads and live tells. I think it's just a good, if you're on the fence 50-50 and you look at them and you feel away, I think that's a good way to lean, call or fold, but I wouldn't really put much value in it. I think there are some historical live tells that are pretty reliable, but not enough to make some crazy, jack high call down or something.
Some spots you can, kind of. It's rare, though. I mean, yeah, it's pretty rare. Actually, I got hooded so hard. I guess I'll tell the story. I got hooded so hard. It was in the Phil Hummett's home game. I'm going to have her on the podcast, too. Kelly Minkin. In this hand, I forgot that she had, like, this crazy call down versus this guy. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know Kelly, yeah.
Okay. Well, she had this absurd call down in the WSOP. I totally forgot. And I decided, it'd be funny if I squeezed. She opened in the cutoff, I think, or mid position. And Schwan called in small blind. And I thought, you know what? I got to do 7 in the big blind. It'd be funny if I squeeze here. And that was roughly my thought process.
The bounty game was on?
No.
No, just for the lulls. Okay.
I mean, the gift's not that big also. So I squeeze and she calls and Schwan folds. The flop's queen, queen. Must be queen, queen, 5. And I hem and haw. I decide to bet, which is, it's okay. It's not that good. You're supposed to check fold sometimes. Anyway, I bet she calls. The turn's a 6. I bet 40% pot. That's rainbow, by the way. It's a rainbow board. Now the turn's a 5, excuse me. Queen, queen, 6, 5. I bet 40% pot. She calls. River's an 8. Fucking 8. I have the feeling she's weak for a certain reason. So I full pot it, which is also not standard. But I think that she's weak. And she tanks and calls me with king 4. King 4 with I don't know if she had a backdoor flush draw on the flop, but she called me with king 4, man. Oh man. But
doesn't beat much, but
honest
bluffs. She put you on the 7 deuce.
I guess so, man. I guess so. Do you have any crazy stories like that from your tournament, or do you have any tells that you want to share? Can you share them?
Yeah, I got answers for both of those. I remember one time I called a guy with queen high. It seems kind of crazy, but there was just a lot of straight draws that missed, and all the straight draws were jack 9, jack 8, 9 7, 9 6. All wrapped around a 10-8 board or whatever. So I was I just beat all the straight draws. So I just called him down with queen high, and he was just a local reg at the Wynn. He's just the fuck is that? And the whole table's the hell just happened? I was yeah, put him on he's bluffing. He's got all the missed straight draws. A queen high, same thing as ace high or pocket deuces. Who cares? And I've had a lot of success in Wynn tournaments, so that was one of them. Live tells. I used to do random coaching for $100 or so an hour, and the two things that I always tell everybody are timing and sizing, especially with recreationals. If you can get just a gauge on their timing and sizing, more so sizing. A lot of them will change their pre-flop sizing based on hand strength, min-raise jack 10, 6x pocket aces, and you're okay, I know what we're working with here. They bet their hand strength even post-flop too. Big is strong, small is weak, and vice versa. And timing, a lot of people don't balance their timing, so it could be quick is strong or quick is weak, and then the opposite is true as well.
Yeah. There can be some timing tells like that, for sure.
But top pros really, they know not to do that. It's more recreational people usually.
It's not very hard to hide. Is probably the thing. It's really not. But usually, in my experience, a quicker call tends to be a little bit more reliable because it's really easy to fake a longer call. Some people really like to Hollywood with big hands and that kind of thing, and I've seen that quite a lot.
I think that's psychological because they're enjoying the moment so much. They got the nuts on the river and they're thinking about how much to raise you or whatever. They want to balance it and the fake tell off, oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, or the worst is when they're they sigh and then raise. It's oh yeah, I'm sure you're bluffing here. It's almost as reliable as the river check raise. It's just fold. They always got it. No one's river check raise bluffing 99% of the time.
Well, the recreationals aren't, or the
pros might. They might find the right blockers, I guess.
Some hood Rex, I guess, might do it. Some really crazy players do that kind of stuff, I guess, but they're quite rare.
Yeah. Pretty
some
reliable,
crazy
though.
person to fake the sigh re-raise with and bluff.
Yeah, that's the move. It's like, oh, time to go home, boys. Here, I'm all in. Oh. It's like, oh yeah, okay. I just fold face up and move on to the next hand. It's over.
Do you have any crazy? Well, what's your best vlog other than the ABN awards?
It's actually my number one vlog is at a different strip club, Legends Room, which was a crypto strip club that was owned by Stefan Bonner, and Brenna Sparks was one of the dancers there, who's a well-known Asian porn star now. But yeah, I got I think 500,000 views on that one, and just big tournament wins. Obviously, just perform the best because it's exciting, the journey, compared to losing, which the comments are always very negative when you lose. They're always very results oriented. It's kind of funny and almost sad for humanity how results oriented amateur poker players are when you lose a hand versus win a hand. It could be the same exact hand in two different realities, but if you win, they're like, oh, nice read. But if you lose, they're like top pair. What the fuck do you think he had? Of course he had a set.
Shout out to GTO Wizard, the podcast sponsor. If you want to improve your game, this is the tool you should be using. Check out the link in the description.
Dude, you know what's actually sad is at the high stakes, it's not that different. Yeah, there's more reasonableness for sure. It's there, but there's so many stupid fucking. It pisses me off, man. It really pisses me off just watching that. So many people say you play great or say you play this or that or whatever. If you run well and if you don't, they say, oh, you played like shit. In the mixed games too, especially these mixed game guys. I swear to God, they're from fucking 1500s. These guys sometimes you would think they'd be a bit smarter, but. A real sample and mix, and a lot of in no limit, a real sample, 100,000 hands.
Yeah.
Now, real sample and kilo or mix. Man. So, yeah. So the results really don't mean much, which is annoying. But yeah, one funny thing that trolled us all in mix, or I thought it was a good troll for variance, was Talal came by one day, Talal Sakurchi. And he's barely played mix. Right? So he was playing with some of the best in the world, and he barely knows the rules. So he comes and he wins $5 million.
Wow.
At 2K, 4K.
4K, 8K?
Yeah. Well, he bumped it up a little bit, so it was 3K, 6K plus, and sometimes 5K, 10K. And he's like, I thought the best players would be a little better, is what he said.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that... that just shows how much variance is going on, and how much results are quite ego.
I got a Talal hand real quick. Pretty inconsequential, the actual hand, but I was playing a 50K Triton event, and I was in there. 8 styles was to my right, and I triple barreled bluff to call Talal the first level of the 50K, and he just called me down with top pair, and I'm just like. You think I'm just bluffing? Or why am I trying to bluff this guy? What am I doing? Bluff a billionaire in a 50K. I'd assume that he thought I wouldn't bluff since I'm, a low stakes player. But no, he's like, no, top pair, fuck you.
I don't know if he knows everything, right? He doesn't know all the pros or anything.
True.
He tries hard, actually. He really wants to win. So he might fold, to be fair, but he's not the best guy in the world of bluffs.
No, rate a lot on stars. He always had some deep runs and some W coops and stuff.
Yeah, he's a grinder, basics.
He loves the game. Nothing wrong with that. If I had billions, I'd do whatever I want, fuck.
So I was fucking them up. But he can make big folds too sometimes, but he's not ideal to bluff like that. So what's in the future? Are you gonna play on any cash game streams? Because they're actually really good sometimes, and often not that big. Or are you just gonna play more tournaments? Gonna go to any more stops? Maybe TLPT, the one in Jeju?
Yeah, possible. Just not a big travel guy in general. I got everything I need in Vegas mostly, but yeah, during the World Series, I'll be playing at the Wynn or WSOP, maybe Venetian or MGM, just wherever there's a good tournament for the next 45 days once things get going. Live streams, not sure. Depends where I get invited.
Okay.
I mean, I played on like the Lodge live stream and some others, but Lodge is closed now, and I'm pretty happy playing in Jimmy's game at the Wynn when there's a good lineup. But I mean, obviously, I'm going to be an underdog against the regs. But if I can break even and get the content, I call that a win. And
It's a win.
Playing 50-100.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free roll. I mean, you get some rate back. So it's
Yeah, maybe a food comp. At the Wynn, they got great restaurants.
fair enough. You didn't even think of that. Back that in. But do you play? One more question. Do you play any of do you still play online stuff? Do you play on all the sites? Do you play like maybe some sites have softer tournament sellers, like possibly Fit on Poker, maybe. Also another.
No, I've never signed up on Phenom. I know a lot of the pros though, Baseball, Hooney, etc. I'm just ACR Team Pro, but I do play on some other sites, BOL, Gold, and WSOP. But 90% of my volume's on ACR. They have great tournament schedule, and the Venom happens every 3 months, and they got great tournament series. So even though I'm sponsored by them, I think it's the best for tournaments, the best variety and high prize pools and stuff.
They pay you for that, or do you really think so?
I really think so. I'd play there even if I wasn't a sponsored pro.
All right, well, it's good. You're a true sponsor, or a true true influencer rather.
I cannot tell a lie. I keep it real.
All right, good. All right. Well, thank you for keeping us real, keeping it real for us, Boski. Do you have anything to add before we let you go?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on the podcast. I've been following your journey since back in the day, battling Dwan and other rail havens and heads ups on PokerStars. Actually shared a video of the fold Ryan Lang did against you in that limit game when you raised the river.
That was magic. That was magic.
That was magic right there. So I gotta ask, was that value or a bluff?
It was magic. That's what it was. It was just a magic play. I thought it was value because no one checks top pair on the flop in limit, and also what do I lose to, man? No one. I mean, it's for less than a min raise or more. He doesn't have a re-raise option.
But the mind fuck of him knowing it's like a min raise, and how are you bluffing? What bluffs? Who would bluff here? Or what worse value is there? King Queen.
I mean, he doesn't have to be right that often. He has to be right 19-1. Oh, they always have it. Usually, it's full top pair.
Your celebration, and then you hit him with the fireball or whatever.
Yeah, that was a Kamehameha.
But yeah, I really appreciate you having me on. Hopefully we can catch dinner during the World Series or something if I see you, and have some more great conversations.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Jeff Boski, and Boski, or however you prefer to be.
Boski.
Boski. All right, we got it right finally. Yeah. Appreciate your support for the justice stuff. I just need to get my shit together and not the right cards also, as it turns out.
Are you banned?
I'm not banned. No, but
okay, temporarily.
It's too stupid, man. Just so stupid. Yeah, it's one of those
emotional,
things. Yeah.
Daniel Cates, the dealer abuser?
I'm not abusing.
Did
dealers.
You hit the dealer?
None of the dealers think I'm abusing. There's no dealer out there that's this guy's abusing. No one thinks.
No one likes that. Did you cut him with the cards? Was there blood?
Dude, it's so hard to do that. Actually, I wanted to learn that. Actually, it's good maybe that, no, you couldn't even do it unless you're really trying. You can, okay, well, let's talk about this for a second. I've looked into this. It's for training.
Jesus Ferguson, the banana.
You can't fucking hurt, you can't hurt anyone with cards unless you're sick good. You need to be really fucking good. You need to practice a lot. It takes I think it takes a few months at least to get good enough to throw the cards where it actually cuts somewhere.
Well, it's not worth it. It's a net negative. Don't spend your time doing that. Maybe in prison or something.
Yeah.
You got a lot of time to kill.
Yeah, that wouldn't be ideal. Anyway, all right. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
All right. See you later.